2020 Yamaha Ténéré 700 first ride review. As the ADV market has been trending toward middleweight machines, perhaps the most anticipated new bike after KTM's 790 adventure is Yamaha's 2020 Ténéré 700, based on the compact and torque-rich Crossplane parallel twin from the MT-07. The Ténéré 700, or T7, is finally here, and it's not nearly as hardcore as the prototype. But that's okay, because most of us can't ride like six-time Yamaha Dakar champion Stefan Peter Hansel through the dunes of Africa. A quick glance at Yamaha's lineup reveals a gap in its street-legal but dirt-worthy lineup between the WR250R and the Super Ténéré T12, and there is plenty of room for another player in the middleweight ADV segment currently occupied by BMW, KTM and Triumph. Most manufacturers have fully embraced the electronic aids arms race, with riding modes, IMUs, ride-by-wire throttle, traction control, wheelie control, lean angle-specific ABS, electronic suspension, color TFT dashes, and more, which begs the question, how many rider aids do you need or are you willing to pay for? The T7 is a dramatic departure. Its sole rider aid is ABS that is switchable when stopped, which works well. As someone who spends most of his time on lightweight dirt bikes without any electronic interventions, I felt immediately comfortable on the Ténéré 700 with its light clutch, smooth shifting and excellent fueling. Swinging my MX boot over the 34.6-inch high narrow, YZ-style seat, there is also a lower seat and rear linkage available that lowers the seat by 1.5 inches, reveals a relatively narrow tank, and comfortably wide tapered handlebar, with half-waffled grips protected with plastic hand guards. The foldable serrated footpads have removable rubber inserts for road riding, and both brake and shift lever have foldable tips like a dirt bike. An aluminum skid plate protects from rock hits, and doubles as a gong at times, and the front fender adjusts 8 mm to allow for taller full knobby tires and room for mud pack. The high vertically shaped LCD display is easy to read with touch, gear display, speed and clock. Using the right grip switchgear, you can toggle through other modes including air temp, 2 treat meters, current and average fuel consumption, and disengage the ABS directly on the display. Unfortunately, bombing down a dusty road in a group renders the display almost useless. Bring a soft cloth and rough roads vibrated the display fairly hard, making us wonder about its longevity. The sturdy crossbar above the LCD should be great for mounting a GPS, GoPro, phone, etc. One 12V outlet is standard and there's room for another. The T7 shares Yamaha CP2 689cc parallel twin with its naked sport standard street bike, the MT-07, which made 68.6 horsepower at 8,800 RPM and 47.6 pounds-ft of torque at 6,400 RPM at the rear wheel on the jet tuning dyno that last time we tested, a 2016 model. This overachieving motor is impressive and has a wide sweet spot throughout the well-spaced gearing. In addition to updates to the ECU, the T7 Twin gets a new airbox with a higher snorkel, revised cooling system and upswept exhaust, and a final gear ratio of 46/15 versus 43/16. The rest of bike is all new, including the narrow double cradle tubular steel frame, triangulated, welded-on, subframe, double brace steering head and aluminum swing arm.